Hey guys, Irit here. I have a new process video for you, and today is sketch day. So I'm creating a layout based on the sketch that you saw just now. And if you paid attention, then you may have noticed that it features a large photo. So I was actually, I sat down and I wasn't sure. I needed to create two projects for hip kids, and I wasn't sure which one I was going to make, if I was going to make the one based on the sketch or my regular weekly spread. And I just left here the entire process for you to judge. So I knew that for you not to judge, for you to watch. So I knew I was going to use that sketch, and it had a large photo in it, so I just decided to print a few recent photos just on a large format, almost A4 size, which is similar to the US letter size. And yeah, just to play around, because I love using big photos, and you know, I thought I would print them and I can also use them on my other projects, not necessarily for the sketch week. And yeah, so I was just starting to play. I started with this photo of my husband and my girls in our little yard pool that we have. It's really small, but enough to enjoy, you know, the pool experience. And I decided I liked how it looked on that, you know, diamond-shaped, multicolored paper from Dear Lizzie that came in the kit. These are the June kits. This probably will be my last project with the June kits, so watch out for the July unboxing on my channel. And yeah, I wasn't sure. I wanted to look around. You know, usually I try, if I find something that I like, I really try to stop there and not go through every other paper that comes in the kit. Even though when you're working with a kit, you know, it's a very limited number of options. So it's actually, you know, it's not a big deal to try everything and then decide what you like best. But yeah, I wasn't like really loving anything. I do love this bold pattern paper that came in the kit. It's an exclusive for the kit, designed by Kimberly, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, so actually the funny thing is that I printed this photo a couple of weeks ago because I knew I was going to have that sketch. And then when I actually wanted to sit down, and it was like it was on my desk in one of my piles. And every time I did anything in my studio, I always saw the photo. And then when I actually sat down to make the layout, I couldn't find it. And I looked everywhere, well, almost everywhere, and I didn't find it. And that's why I actually printed another bunch of photos. But of course, it was in the most logical place with my kits. So I found it as I was really going through the stuff. So I'm really going with the flow, in the sense that if I like something, I just go for it, and I try not to dwell on, you know, but what if I find something that I like more, or what if I can't come up with a design that works with this? So in this case, I liked how my photo looked with that background paper, which is from Pink Fresh Studio. I love that paper. It's just white with these striped light gray circles. Beautiful paper. And I just liked how that looked. So, and I figured I want the photo, even though in the sketch the photo is on the bottom of the layout, with the way that this photo is, the composition in this photo, I really felt like I prefer to add everything at the bottom and leave the top, you know, really just focused on the photo. There's just a photo there. And then I, like the sketch, you know, guides you, I wanted to make some row of embellishments, and I didn't know what I was going to use, and I didn't know how it was going to look, but pretty fast I realized that I really like that circle piece of chipboard from the Amy Tan On a Whim collection that says "Love This," and I also knew that like composition wise and design wise, the best place for it was roughly where it is now. And the reason is balance, because my daughter is the, you know, strongest and the focal point of the photo. And to balance that, I wanted to put that chipboard piece on the other kind of side of the layout. So if it's a diagonal, so my daughter's head is on the top right third of the layout, and then the "Love This" will be on the bottom left side. And then I was looking through the embellishments, and pretty fast I was thinking, okay, I gotta do a rainbow. We got a ton of embellishment from Vicky Boutin's line, and there are tons of colors there. It's a really rich color palette, and you can see it took me no time at all to come up with a design, or like a rough idea of a design, using all the colors of the rainbow. So it was really simple. And yeah, I just played around with it. And then I thought, okay, I want to add maybe some frames. And then I noticed that maybe the circle frame would work well behind my chipboard piece, and it worked perfectly. And I just love this added detail. I really think it adds a lot. And of course, you don't need to, if you have this chipboard piece or similar chipboard piece, you don't need to have also the frames if you don't have this kit. You can just cut some pattern paper and add another layer and detail to your, you know, circle of chipboard. And yeah, so now I'm going to commit, and I really like the color of that number 6, but I thought it looked a little bit strange because I don't really want the number, I just wanted the color, and eventually it doesn't make it to the layout. I think probably if I ran this through my sewing machine, or later just covered the kind of odd shapes with stickers, it would have worked fine. But I don't know, it was just a little bit different and weird. So that 6 is not going to make it to this layout. And the rest I'm just tucking behind my photo. And what I realized as I was doing this is also that I wasn't a big fan of that area in the layout where the bottom of my photo meets all those pattern papers. I had to cut the photo down a little bit, and my trimmer is not perfectly sharp. And also sometimes when you're trimming photo paper, it gives you a bit an edge that doesn't look completely finished. I probably should have used my other heavier duty trimmer. So it looked kind of a little bit rough and not great. So I knew I wanted to cover it, and for that I will use one of the border stickers that came in the Bella Boulevard sticker sheet in the Project Life. I love that sticker sheet. I love also the images and the alpha on it. And yeah, I think I used almost all of the stickers of the images, but I still have a ton of the alpha left, so I should definitely use it on a layout soon. So you see, I'm just gluing things down, and I know myself and I know my style, and here I am just covering that unattractive area where the photo meets all the die cuts. And these die cuts, you know, for me, this is a great way of using them. I know myself, and some of these colors are not colors that I use in my usual color schemes, like the darker blues and the greens, and yeah, even the reds are usually just not my go-to colors, and this is a really great way of using them. So I just knew that I probably wasn't going to use many of these pieces in, you know, maybe in a design that allowed them to show more of themselves. It's a weird way of saying it. So I didn't have a problem with kind of, you know, tucking them in and covering a lot of some of them, because those are pieces that I probably wouldn't have used otherwise. And also I have no problem with the fact that you can't really read what they say. I think just I look at the letters as a pattern and I don't really care. If it's something that bothers you, then, you know, you might want to try maybe a similar design in horizontal orientation, and then all the phrases would make sense, because most of these are on their side, the way I had to position them. So once that was done, it started the really fun part. I mean, everything was fun, but then just adding the stickers and just color coordinating stuff. And yeah, this was just really fun. It's a great way to use up some images, especially those that might be a bit difficult for you to use, or colors you're less attracted to. I mean, rainbow designs are just fantastic for these purposes. And I'm overlapping some, and some at the bottom of the photo are just next to each other and they don't overlap. Just a different look, and I think on the photo it works well that you can really see each sticker and they're not kind of piled onto each other. And I also pulled a couple of the puffy stickers that we got in May. In May we got the Dear Lizzie puffy stickers from her latest collection. I love those. I used most of them but not all, and then I decided this was a perfect opportunity to use them, at least some. And also when I grabbed them, I think that's still coming. Oh, I really wanted to use the Bella Boulevard stickers, but yeah, they just somehow, they were too colorful, I think, and the ones that were not really made no sense. So I really wanted to add that yellow chipboard piece, but it somehow distracted my eye when I looked at it, and not in a good way, so I let it go. And now I will add some of the exclusive Hip Kit Club wooden buttons that came in one of the June kits. You can see all the details and exactly what was in the kits on the Hip Kit Club website. So make sure you check that for all the details, because I sometimes don't remember which you know, product was in which kit, because I just mixed them all up. So I'm adding now these wooden buttons, and they're fantastic. They are basically in rainbow colors, and I found a piece to work with pretty much every, you know, color scheme or color zone that I had going there on my layout. And yeah, so I'm adding those, and then I'll pull out the puffy stickers, the Dear Lizzie ones. And you know, usually I am all for using the most random embellishments, and yeah, anything on your layouts. If you like it, that's good enough reason for me to use it. But I must admit that with the puffy stickers, they had you know, things like a bicycle and a car that I was going to use for layouts about like a trip that we made. But you know, this was in last month's kit, and I was just like, just use it. It works here. It doesn't matter. And you know, if I really feel that I need a puffy sticker of a car, I'll either get over it or I'll find a way around it, and you know, somehow make it work. So just use the things. Don't save them for that perfect layout that may or may not come. You'll find a way to, you know, make it work. And yeah, so that car went onto my layout. And that's pretty much it. This was so much fun to make, I can't tell you. And once I got the general idea of my design, it went pretty fast. So I hope you feel inspired. I hope you will try to work with the sketch. You can also just print a bunch of photos. You don't have to have a large photo, but it is fun to try a large photo. I wish you a lovely day. Bye.